Echegine trying to fashion a shot. Here's OKON-AKPAN just inside the penalty area onto a left foot. OKON-AKPAN, and it's the danger! And finally, with 89 minutes on the clock, Nigeria make the breakthrough. At long last, they have tried and they have tried, and Botswana's resistance is broken. And for the second game in a row, Chiwendu Ihezro has come off the bench to find the back of the net, and they were so close to getting over the line, Botswana. And instead, it is Nigeria who finally make their pressure play into the box from OKON-AKPAN. These two players combined on the opening day against Tunisia, and how they've celebrated. And you're punching the air, Desiree Brunozia.
Well, what a good goal, what a good goal. I am super excited to see this deadlock broken at the end of the day. The same combination from the last time when both of them came on in the second half. They seem to have a very good chemistry between them. I'm glad that they got to smile at the end of the day.
Sporty greetings. You've just watched an incredible game of football at the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. What a story. Who would have thought? Who called that result? Yes, it finished Nigeria 1, Botswana 0, but shout out to Botswana. Small Botswana, they took the Super Falcons all the way. You know, made the 9-time African champions clueless. No, look, I like it. African women's football in Africa is developing. It's getting competitive. When I watched Botswana in their first game against Algeria, I said they were a pretty decent team. And against Nigeria, yes, everyone can say, oh, they played, they tied, they locked it up and all of that. They had a strategy and they stayed to it. So shout out to Botswana. By the way, with that result, the Super Falcons, they have qualified for the quarterfinals of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. So it means Mission X is still possible. Is it? After what you saw? But look, it is what it is. It's football where anything can happen. Let me let you listen to Coach Justin Madugu. He said quite a number of things, particularly that no game is the same. I agree. Listen to him.
You know, every game has its own strategy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, and that's why you have to effect changes when you realize that things are not working out for you. And players will always, it's not always that you always have good days. There are times that you can also have some bad days. It's not deliberate, and that's why you have many players on the bench that you can always make changes. Yes, some individually didn't put up a very good performance, and that accounted for the way the game went on our side. We were not happy about it, but then we got better, particularly in the second half, and opportunities came our way, and we had to convert one of the chances that we had into a goal. The Botswana team were already aware that they lost their first game, and they needed to get something out of this game. You can understand their approach. They were very committed and determined to make sure that they get result out of it. On our own side, I will say some of us were a bit complacent, and we took things for granted, and that accounted for why we had the kind of game that we equally had. So for me, it's a combination of both factors. It is always work in progress. Even if we score 10 goals, it doesn't mean we will not make mistakes, and there will not be things that we still need to work on. So as we keep playing, we watch everybody. There are individual errors that will be corrected. There are team errors that we still have to work on. It's still work in progress. And certainly, when you have a lot of players like that, and you need to also give others a chance. So certainly, we will make some changes in the last game against Algeria. That is not to say we are presenting any team that is weak. All the players that are here are quite capable of playing in all the matches. So even when we make those changes, obviously we have to manage our players very well, because we are looking at playing 6 games. So we have to manage them very well. So even when we make those changes, it is to rest some of them and give them enough time to also recuperate. We are quite aware that she has 2 yellow cards, and that will mean missing the next game. And that we are already through to the next round. It gives others the opportunity to be able to play in the same position, and we see what they also bring to the party. You can't be the best without beating the best. It's work in progress. We know what we are here for, and we are not, like I said, all the teams that are here deserve to be respected. They are all working hard, and everybody wants to win their games. And most times, as the competition gets, as we keep making progress in the competition, obviously we must know that competition will be tougher. The opposition will be much stronger. We are quite ready for all that. As we get to every breach, we will know how to get over it.
Yeah, that was Coach Justin Madugu, head coach of Nigeria Super Falcons. He said quite a number of things. He talked about the team not, following strategy. I think that falls under coaching as a problem. He talked about the team not being good individually. I'm not big with calling out players because I still believe football is teamwork, it's a team sport. So if you tie tactics and strategy on a player and it's not working, then the coach must find a way to change it, particularly when you've got a rich bench. For instance, Chinwedu Ihezuo, she's come off the bench twice now and has turned out to be the super sub. She's coming in as she's scoring goals. A late goal did the magic for Nigeria against Botswana. So Coach Justin Madugu must find a way to turn things around in the final group game. And he has said he will give other players a chance, to play that game against Algeria since they have qualified for the quarterfinals. But hey, he needs to be careful because you're as good as your last game. After Algeria, you're playing your quarterfinals. So guys, what do you think about the team that executed the game against Botswana? Now, I was a bit concerned about their performance because Coach Justin Madugu stayed with the same team that executed the first game against Tunisia, same starting lineup. And yeah, if it's not broken, why fix it? But it didn't just work. A lot of things just went off in that game against Botswana. Until that goal, the Super Falcons didn't even have a shot on target. Not one. Botswana had two before that goal. So there's something wrong for a team with the sort of attacking power that they have. Something is definitely wrong. They're not connecting, and I think it's a coaching problem. Coach Madugu must fix it. Woman of the match, Rashida Tajibade, she's also the captain of the team. She had something to say after the game. Listen.
Well, I feel grateful to God Almighty for winning this man of the match, but I will be deceiving myself if I say I do it alone. Special thanks to my teammates. It's a collective effort because we fought to the very end as a team. It wasn't an easy game. It was a very difficult one. But yeah, all thanks to my teammate, all thanks to the technical team, and all thanks to the supporters that came out to cheer us today. My overall view against Botswana is a good side in this tournament. Nobody can be underrated. Every team is for qualifying to this tournament very good and exceptional side. The fact that we're Nigeria doesn't mean that it's going to be an easy sail over for all of us. So it's a very challenging game and a very competitive one. But we are grateful to God that we got the win in the hand. Talking about myself, I don't have any injuries. I'm 100% fit. I'm doing what I can do to the best of my ability, and I would keep pushing because for me it's an honor and a huge responsibility for me to play for the national team. So it's all about giving my best every time I have the opportunity to be on that pitch. Not that I'm playing as a preferred player. We have a game plan. Sometimes I play like an attacking forward, and sometimes I play as a right winger. So I and my teammate, we have we have this connection between ourselves that we just have to be flexible players on the field. We don't have to be static because the most important thing is how to break down the opponent's defense. And we're just going to look for the best possible way to break the defense or the opposition defense. So it's all about flexibility, moving, not being a static player on the pitch. So sometimes if I have opportunity to move inside, I move inside, the other person goes outside. So it's not a static game. So it's a very flexible game for us to get behind the opponent's defense and ultimately getting a goal or winning the game. So that's what's more important for us.
Yeah, big ups to Rashidat Ajibade and the respect she showed to Botswana. They're a good side. No team should be underrated. I totally agree with you. No room for complacency when you're playing a big tournament such as the Wafcon, and then you have a huge objective as Mission X. You want to win the title for a record 10th time. Then it means you are the team to beat. The moment they launched Mission X, it means Morocco, Zambia, South Africa, they will sit up and say, no, this is not going to happen on our watch. So the team must improve. I think they will improve, but there's still so much to be done. Guys, what do you think? The Super Falcons. Remember I said it in the last video that we need to see them play their second game against Botswana. So we've seen Nigeria against Tunisia and Botswana. What changes can be done against Algeria? And how do you think they can get back stronger and keep Mission X on track? I'll see you around again. That's it.